Hello and welcome to our new podcast, The Tech Connect, with me, Tawheda Ali. And today, into our first episode, we'll be talking about agentic workflow initiation. And I'll let my co-host introduce herself.
Hello, guys. My name is Tawheda and Wavinya.
So, what segments will we be discussing today on this episode?
So today we'll be having 4 segments. The first one will be about what agentic workflow initiation means. The second will be how agentic workflow gets started, like the triggers and the decision logics. The third one will be why agentic workflow initiation is transforming work and creativity. And the last segment will be about the human role, the controls, the ethics, and the trusts.
You know, it's kind of funny how when AI was first introduced, everyone was like, AI is going to replace me, AI is going to take over our jobs. But today, I think things turned 360 degrees.
Yeah, because right now we are looking at AI as like just our teammate.
Yeah.
It's like a feature. Sijui niite feature ama niite
It's a system. Let's put it that way.
It's a system which is like helping us complete the tasks that tuseme zinatulemea, something like that.
Yeah. So as we get into the first segment, which is what agentic workflow initiation really means, I feel like right now there is a shift in AI from the static AI tool, like it was just prompting AI and it just gives you answers. It doesn't help you. Okay, the answers can help, but still, like, there wasn't a big deal or a big work on that. But right now with the agentic AI, it's more of like it processes the information that it has on a specific thing and then helps you, guides you, and even ends up like completing the task for you.
And that's where it takes us to knowing like what the agentic workflow initiation means.
Yeah.
And this is simply like a process by which an AI system independently begins like in organized V2 executes sequences of action to achieve a defined goal without requiring a constant human instruction. Like you don't have to be like giving it instruction ama prompts ama commands from now and then. Only one command which has been set like to the system and consider your work done.
Yeah, it's more of like a proactive participant. So as we can also see, like the agentic AI is not proactive compared to just the normal AI that most of us know or have interacted with. It's more of like it was kind of reactive. Let's say like it waits for you to prompt and gives you answers. Well, the agentic AI, at the start, when you are kind of processing it, you have already given it instructions. This is how we want this thing to be done. So by just putting your rules there or your commands there, you don't need to come every now and then and reminding it or telling it, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it, or remind it, oh, you haven't uploaded this. No. It kind of works automatically.
So it's like in some simple terms, it's not all about executing a single task.
Yeah.
It's about like having a goal.
Yeah.
And the goal, it's like defined by like, and once you have your goal defined, you'll have the systems which will determine whether your task will be done, whether it's research, whether it's content creation, whether it's testing, whether your site work, whether it's optimizing your search engines, or your content, like initiate all that and it gets your work done.
And I think that's why say most of organizations are taking it in, considering that it can also like sense danger. Let's say any cyber threat or cyber attack. It's kind of sense it and then reason and even act on that. You get? It's kind of like, oh, so this is there is someone trying to phish this account. So it takes immediate action.
Yeah.
Unlike if we're using the other
Like
AI,
the traditional.
it's not that easy.
Yeah, because when you look at the traditional workflow and you compare it to the agentic one, you'll find that hiyo ya kitambo, there is like you have to go a step at a time, but this one utapata ina allow you to jump into the workflow, skipping of unnecessary procedures,
Yeah.
and in a run like ya kitambo, it runs things in a linear form, but this one in a run in a parallel form,
Yeah.
making work more easier and more adaptive.
Yeah, that's true. We can now get into our second segment, which is how agentic workflows get started. And in this, I think we have the triggers under the agentic AI, like the database triggers. So I think in this, it's kind of analyzes the data that is there. Let's say your company works with numbers, mambo na numbers. So it will kind of know, oh, there is a semi-con drop in this certain week, or there is an increase. You see, it will help you know where to correct, when to intervene, and yeah.
We also have user defined goal triggers. This is like instead of you setting a high level objective, you just set instruction. Ukiset hizo instructions, the system initiate the workflow by breaking these goals into like actionable components and decide which goal is the most suitable for me to start with, instead of just ile wewe utakaa chini, you have a lot of goals but you don't know where to start.
Yeah, that's so true. We also have the temporal triggers, which works more with the schedule and timing. It's kind of knows, say this is my program. This email has to be sent to Caroline at this time. I have to reply to this email at this time. I have to do this at this time. So as long as you have the agentic AI, it makes the work easier for you, as you can just schedule it and it sends at the right time, at the right day, at the right date. You don't need to bother, oh, I have to send this. I can be somewhere else, and as long as I've already put an input in my system, it already knows what it's supposed to be doing.
Okay, we also have like an event-based. These are zenye zinatriggeriwa by certain occurrences. Like when you have a spike in website traffic, ama a drop in conversion rates, or a trending topic. Hizo unapata they can trigger a certain workflow. The system detects the event and decides what action is required. Ama let's say unapata there's a drop in, unapata there's a 20% drop in the number of engagements. So it detects that once the drop has been seen, detect the drop, then it will give you like guidelines. How are you supposed to handle this? What are you supposed to do so that engagement yako hiyo 20% yenye imeenda, what are you supposed to do so that
you regain it?
Yeah, you regain the 20% and more of it.
Yeah. And it's so nice that most of the companies are now adapting to that, and it's kind of really something productive to do.
Yeah, and it's something that is I'd say it's actually needed
Yeah.
for companies.
Because I remember people are like, oh, AI. I didn't think AI is going to take us this far. Because sometimes, there is something that comes and you're like, okay, this is coming, okay, but then it will just go. It's a trend, then it will just disappear.
It's like a phase in life. We are just going through that phase,
Yeah.
and then after some certain period of time, that phase, we just get over it, then we go to another thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's good. I think AI is here to stay and help.
I'm offering a lot of help.
Yeah.
Needed. So we also have like a self-initiated trigger. It's like a proactive AI. And this is like an advanced agentic system whereby it can initiate workflows without external prompt. You don't have to prompt it. It just identified and met goals, inefficiencies, like opportunities that you have not yet identified. Then it learns the patterns. Let's say it's like a market pattern. It learns that pattern for you. Then it like gives you a recommendation. Juu sikisha learn, it just recommend to you, you're supposed to do this and this. Ama, you didn't meet this and this goals, so this is what you're supposed to do and meet them. It's not like you gave it a prompt to monitor all that, but
it kind of works automatically without being prompted.
Ama like in a sort of overwork, inafanya more of what you had prompted it to do.
Yeah, we also have the goal-based triggers, which is more of like, it constantly checks for anything that may threaten the achieving the goal. Assuming, let's say we have this company that does deliveries, and okay, they have this system incorporated within their companies, and then there is a delivery that's supposed to be done at this specific place, and it hasn't been done, and let's say the client is waiting for it. So what this agentic AI does, it kind of guides the one who is to deliver to maybe to use another route for the outcome to be better. You get? Because let's say if they don't have that system there, the driver is stuck somewhere in traffic, no one is moving, the client is there waiting and calling. So you see, the outcome won't be nice. So, but with the agentic AI, it kind of guides the company workers to like direct, this is how you're supposed to do it. You do this for the outcome or for the result to be better and nice.
We can also talk about the decision logics which are behind the initiation. We have like the goal evaluation logic. Here ni kama unapata like the system in identify and evaluate whether the detected trigger aligns with the existing goals or priorities, and if it detects that kuna multiple goals existing, like you have a lot of goals, in a examine, then in identify which goal should go first.
Okay, that's great.
Instead of running all together, it identifies which one is of more priority than the other many goals you have.
Yeah. Under that, we also have constraint checking, which is like, it's kind of checks things like budget limit, the legal compliance and ethical boundaries, because at the end of the day, there is like, there must be something like a legal compliance behind using AI in our systems and everything. And also system capabilities to avoid any wasteful actions or harmful actions. Because assume right now, you are okay, the AI that you're using, AI agent that you're using is doing something that can affect your company. Let's say it's kind of interferes with the data of your workers. So if anything of such happens, that means the company will be held accountable. But with the agentic AI, it's kind of checks what are the constraints that need to be focused on before like they continue with this thing.
We also have the risk assessment. Here, unapata the agent evaluates the potential of, it's like evaluates the potential risk of carrying out a certain workflow initiation rather than just carrying it out. Like in short terms, inakwambia these are the risks if you do this and this process. But if you don't do this process, this and this will happen. And it's much safer kutofanya instead of doing it and causing risk to your, let's say, to your company, ama to the data that, like your company's data.
And we also have the resource allocation decision. You see, before the initiation, like there is, I mean, this what you're talking about is some of the procedures that the system checks. So under the resource allocation, it's kind of decides which tools or data sources or APIs that are needed and are they available. And if they're not, it's kind of obviously it can't be working. So if they're available, it's kind of proceeds to do whatever it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. We can also look at the feedback loop integration, which is also a decision logic. Here, utapata like it examines the past outcomes and how they influence future initiation. Let's say, for example, if you are to enter a certain market, you entered a certain market, how will like work in that market be in future? Will it be a growing market? Will it in like the coming future? Will it have like
A drop.
yeah, a drop?
I think this thing is really, really, really efficient and much needed in most of the companies. We can get to the third segment, which is why agentic workflow initiation is transforming work and creativity. Because I think we can see that 80% of our jobs are really becoming more productive because of integration of AI. Yeah, we can't lie. Though others are complaining they're becoming lazy because of this, but AI is really doing a great job.
Sure.
So you see with the agentic AI, it's kind of transforms the nature of work from the execution to curation. Like from how this work is getting executed, the process in between to it's getting curated. As you can see, like with the initiation, it's kind of makes works more productive in this aspect where we are humans, you get tired, you get exhausted sometimes. So with agentic AI in a company or in a place, it will kind of it won't stop the work to be done. The work will still be done, will be delivered at the right time because AI is taking over it.
Yeah, it's like shifting task, like from task managing to goal managing.
Yeah.
Whereby unapata like you don't have to be sitting to oversee a certain task, but if you're already given that agentic system, like whatever you want, itakuwa tu imebaki, it's overseen whether your goals have been achieved, which goals have not been achieved, and what steps should you take next to make sure you have achieved all the goals that you had put in place.
Because if we look at the previous AI that maybe was there, I don't think if it was making works become productive. Because pia kitambo, I don't think if most of the companies are using AI, most of them were just using human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely that means sometimes work has to stop, maybe because people are tired. But with AI, I don't think if that could be like an excuse for people not to work.
Yeah, because it's all about speed and effectiveness. And which are things which are like, hizo ni vitu tu ziko guaranteed if you're using it, like if your systems are so effective.
Yeah.
So
on the transformation of creativity with the initiation, we can see that human creativity is amplified and not replaced. Because the previous talks were all about AI replacing the humans, but now I think it has helped us become more creative. It's kind of AI will. This is what AI is going to give me. This is what my system is going to give me. But I am my team. We are going to like check it out. It's kind of see, does this align with what I want? If it doesn't, I kind of prompt it, guide it. No, I want it to be this way, in this way. So it's kind of, it's becoming part of our teams. Yeah.
And ideally, it has made content and idea generation become continuous.
Yeah.
Because it makes creativity not to be like, isikuwa no longer event-based, because most of the time you might find that people rely on, let's say, a certain occurrence to happen so that they can have content. But the system unapata they are continuously like detecting like changes everywhere, whether it's based on trends, whether it's based on like the audience behavior, ama it's based on data performance. So it can generate even hata before you prompt it ama you command it, but like it has already generated content for you that's already going with the current ama the evolving trends.
We can also see that there is lower barriers to experimentation because say workflows, they just start automatically without like having to ask it to start. So it makes the people in the organization work freely and also like come up with more ideas, more creative ideas. It makes people come up with more creative ideas, more innovation, and just a lot of things. So I think it's good that we have accepted it and we have not let it go.
Yeah, it's also allowing like exploration, creativity or exploration. It's not like limiting the way someone can explore. In a test, different creative direction, different contents, different campaign ideas, different visual styles without waiting for like, let's say a human to come and initiate that step.
Yeah.
You don't have to ati ulipata idea. Maybe your idea your time unapata, it already explored and noticed this type of visual style and it has already put it into action.
Yeah. We can get to the final segment. We can get to the final segment, which is the human role, control, ethics, and trust. At the end of the day, AI didn't come automatically from another planet. We just didn't wake up and say, oh, there is something called AI. It was initiated by human, created by human, and helping humans.
Yeah.
So
to help humans, not helping.
To help, yeah. We should not misuse it though.
Yeah.
I mean, it has shifted the work of human to doing the work, to governing the work. Because as long as the system is integrated, let's say as a manager, I'll try to oversee where have we reached so far, what needs to be done so far. But I know AI is like, it's kind of continues to do what it's supposed to be doing according to the instructions that it has been given.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, as humans, we are the ones to decide what matters.
Yeah.
But for the systems, they are not there to define like our goals and our purpose. They are just there to act on the goals which we have we have established, to ensure that the goals align with our organization and to ensure that our societal objectives are met. But it's not there to define hizo vitu zote. They're just there. The system is just there to act.
Yeah, and still AI it's a system. It isn't human. It doesn't have brains like us. So that means I think sometimes where you can get people are so independent. I mean, so dependent on AI that they forget this is just a machine. It can also, we humans, we are to error, but it's understandable. So compared to AI, let's say you have put everything in AI. I mean, let's say it's a project. You have done everything with AI. You have trusted AI completely.
Yeah,
that you are just there relaxed, knowing AI will do everything, and then it's kind of messes with your business.
I know you can relate.
It's kind of messes with your business. So I think no matter, despite the fact that we're the ones who created AI, we should not be the ones to rest believing in AI. It's just a system and it's bound to error. Because even when you use the normal AI, it tells you, I don't know if you've ever seen Gemini. Usually it tells you Gemini, it's kind of not perfect. So let me, I will show you that. it kind of notifies you that it can also make errors. So you should not fully, it tells you Gemini can make mistakes, so double check it. That means at the end of the day, a human has to be there.
Yeah, it's like you have control over all the mechanisms in there. You are able to stop, to pause it, to direct workflow at any stage. If you feel this is not exactly what I wanted, this is not exactly the direction I wanted this stage to follow, you can like redirect it to like the direction which you wanted, like the work to flow.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the one who's going to be responsible and accountable for the mistake that an AI has made is going to be me.
Yeah.
Not AI. Where can I even arrest AI or ask AI, why did you do this and this? It is me who, like, let's say, gave AI my instructions. This is how I'm supposed to do this and this and this at this point, you know. Mm-hmm. So they'll come after me, not after AI. Yeah.
And for some sensitive decisions, utapata like they require explicit human like authorization before execution.
Yeah.
Because so you know there are some things that it can't do.
Yeah.
So lazima it require that authorization from the humans to do this, so that you can balance like between the hizo vitus buyer and the safe things.
Yeah. And you see, on the trust aspect, I remember asking someone on how can people trust AI? Like, you know, when AI, I remember when it was first introduced, people were like, we can't trust this, we can't trust this. But how do you build trust between AI and humans? And that is where the human being comes into in that picture. Like, whatever they're like prompting their AI and everything like that, they have to make sure that it doesn't affect any organization or anything at all.
Yeah, because in cases like when it comes to making key decisions, you have to involve human beings rather than leaving them out, because in some things there are things which affect human beings. So leaving the AI systems to like work on those things without you being involved in those stages, when some things go against like ethics.
Yeah, and when you the next day you wake up and boy, you're under arrest for this and this regarding AI.
Yeah.
And I think even, I don't know if you've ever noticed there, like most of the, apart from the corporate, let's say corporate industries and some of the industries, so even the phone, I mean the manufacturing industry, specifically the phone, are now incorporating Agentic AI. No, they are saying that we are moving to the era of AI phones now. Instead of smartphones, it's AI phones.
I get you.
Yeah. So things are getting AI-ish. So it's good. AI came, it stayed, it didn't go away. Because honestly, personally, I didn't think if we'll come this far with AI. I never thought of that at all. Like, I just thought it's something being hyped. I even remember when it first came, I wasn't so much interested in knowing it or using it. But then I see, it has a lot of things to try.
Yeah, and I think that people should learn is this system learn from us. They learn from the data that we give them.
Yeah.
And this data can carry biases if it's not well checked. So there must be a continuous audit of the data which we are feeding to the system to avoid like
any controversial.
Yeah, to avoid systemic harms, because at the end of the day, it's just taking commands.
Yeah, I think
we are the one giving out the commands, so we should be careful to avoid like some biases, some ethical issues that can come with them.
I think adding on what you said, I think it's clear from I've ever done something like that, like trying to see if AI is going to comment on something. you just tell it, okay, this is for the not agentic AI, but just AI. You just, let's say, give it a word and tells you, no, this is not what I cannot answer this.
Yeah, I've actually seen
Yeah,
that.
it usually tells you that. So if you're responsible for like governing AI and supervising it, I think you should use it in the right way. Let's say if you see, kuna zile AI that if you tell it, I want you to put Carol in this way, make her this way,
Yeah,
it
like
does
the
it.
issue with
Yeah.
Is it Grok?
Yeah, Grok AI, I guess.
Yeah.
The one for X.
Yeah.
So I think the way you feed it, it's the way that's going to react. So you see with other AIs, if you tell them, do this and this and this, it tells you, no, I can't do this. I even once tried taking a chat from my WhatsApp. I screenshotted it, then I put it in the AI that's in here and told it to give me like a response. It told me, no, I can't. This is violation of privacy.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay. So how we train it is how it's going to work.
Yeah, and we should not entirely rely on the system, the AI systems, because at the end of the day, if you rely on the systems, you're going to lower your level of creativity. You have to keep on like also performing particular tasks, so that the more the days are going, the more your creativity is going, the more your
intelligence also.
Yeah, in a growth, the more your performance is getting better. So let's not like
undermine our abilities.
Yeah, our abilities and the way we can perform particular task.
Yeah, that's why it's called artificial intelligence. But we are the real intelligence because we are born intelligent. So AI is artificial, means it's not natural.
It's just like a nanny. You don't get a nanny because you can't do the work in your house. You get a nanny because you need a helper. So they are just like nannies. They are there to help us in like reduce
the workloads.
The workloads.
And that's all for today on the Tech Connect podcast. Hope you enjoy listening to this. I'm Tawheda Ali.
And my name is Tawheda and Wavinya. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, listen to our podcast in Spotify, and don't forget to click the notification bell for updates on the next episodes. And you can also give us suggestions on topics things that you want to hear us talk about in our next episode. Thank you for listening, guys.
See you on the next episode.